Motivation is what gets people excited about starting a small business, but discipline is what keeps you going when the excitement fades. Because the truth is, most days you won't feel motivated, and if you rely on motivation alone, you'll quit long before things start working. This is something that I'm learning right now while trying to build my own small business. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel where I document my honest small business journey. So if you would like to follow along, hit the subscribe button. So I want to start off this video talking a little bit about the problem with motivation. When you start something new, you're really excited, you have ideas, you have goals, and you have the energy. But after a few weeks or even months, the progress may be slower than you had expected. You don't see the results that you are desiring, and eventually the motivation just disappears. This relates to me so much because there are days where I feel really excited about my small business, and other days I question everything. And I'm like, am I even on the right track? Am I even doing the right things? Because honestly, the reality of starting a small business and growing a small business hit me really hard. I have been doing this for a while now. I would say maybe close to 6 months, and I have not gotten a single sale. And sometimes when I post content, it gets very little engagement. I then start feeling behind compared to others and start wondering if I'm doing the right things. But the reality is, when you are starting a small business, there are a lot of quiet days where nothing happens. No sales, no messages, no big progress. And that's where discipline matters the most. And just keeping your why and your end goal in mind is so important. Motivation tends to fade quite quickly after starting a small business, and when you feel like you aren't making any progress, that's really when discipline needs to come in. And discipline looks like working on your business even when you're tired. It's posting content even when views and engagement is low. It's continuing to learn and improve and showing up consistently, because you know that this journey is going to be a little harder, but it will be worth it. And just keeping the why in the back of your mind whenever working towards creating your small business. Discipline is showing up even when you don't feel like it. It's doing the work on the boring days. And honestly, most people do tend to quit in this phase because motivation is gone, but the results haven't arrived yet. This does not mean that the results aren't coming. It just means that you need to keep going and keep pushing, staying disciplined, showing up when you feel like you are not moving forward, because you are still learning, you are still growing, you're still excelling your skill set. Even if you aren't making sales, even if you aren't getting the engagement that you are wanting, you are still putting yourself out there with your small business and learning new ways to excel and further grow your small business. So it is always something that you are creating and excelling in, even if that progress isn't what you want it to be. Some lessons that I have been learning on my small business journey so far is that success isn't about feeling motivated every day. It's about continuing even when things feel slow. Personally, I'm still learning discipline myself, but the more I do this and the more that I work on my small business, I do realize that consistency matters a lot more than the short burst of motivation that we get. And it's very important to keep showing up for my small business, even when it's hard, even when I don't get the sales or that engagement that I want. I know that each content piece that I'm putting out, each product that I'm putting up, it is building my small business in ways that isn't related to sales or engagement in this moment. It's building my skill sets, it's building me as a small business owner, and teaching me skills that I couldn't have learned without starting this small business and taking that leap. The beginning is always quiet, and I have accepted that. This is a part of the journey. I am very early on into my journey, and I'm learning as I'm going, because with motivation, you know how to do everything. But discipline comes in when you don't know what you're doing, but you do have to keep going. And I was really scared of starting in the beginning because I didn't know 100% how to create content, what kind of content to put out, how to create YouTube videos, how to edit. But when I just started, I just learned as I went, and I watched YouTube videos or I did my research, and I've been learning as I'm going. And if I didn't start, I would not have been able to learn all the things that I've learned already through the process since I started. If you are trying to build something right now, but you're not seeing the results yet, then you are not alone. A lot of people quit before things start working, but if you stay disciplined and keep showing up, eventually the effort will compound. And just always remember why you started this, and that it is about the journey and not the end goal. Start to fall in love with the journey and the process of building the small business that you are creating, and it will make it a lot more enjoyable. So if you are also trying to start a small business or building something for yourself, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And if you want to follow my journey in building my small business from scratch, then feel free to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.